What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I've got another one from Severin Films, and it is Mondo Freudo and Mondo Bizarro double feature. Normally, I would do a separate review for each movie, but these two are made by the same people. They're very similar in theme. Obviously, they're on the same disc, and honestly, much of the reviews would be identical, so it just made sense to me just to do one review for them. Both these movies are Mondo movies, which, if you're not familiar with the genre, means that they're kind of like travelogues of the odd and bizarre things of the world. Except for these are mostly in the United States, even when they pretend like they're going somewhere else. Sometimes more effectively masked than others. But anyway, these both center in on sex. Some of the other Mondo movies are more about like death around the world and torture and crazy, like rituals and weird, social customs and whatnot. These are almost exclusively all about sex in one way or another. There's a lot of like chicks undressing, a very sexploitation vibe. Like one of the movies, Mondo Bizarro opens with these girls who are undressing in this, in like a dressing room, and the movie tells us like these girls have no idea they're being filmed, yet they're like preening for the camera and shit. So like, it's so obviously like staged, and this is true throughout the entire thing. There's like scenes, some to give you an idea of what some of the stuff is. You go to a couple slave auctions, and they look like they're out of like a 70s soap opera or something. Like everybody's dressed like they're gonna be on Dallas or something. It's like so ridiculous. They buy a naked girl, they put her in the trunk of the car. It's all so strange. And in Mondo Freudo, during the human trafficking scene, the guy is actually saying like, these trafficking situations will allow these women to have a much richer life than they would have in their downtrodden, poverty-stricken homes. All they'll have to do is accept any man that comes into their bed. It's like so, but it's Mondo Bizarro. Some of the stuff that happens in these movies, they're not quite as crazy or ridiculous or over the top as some, but they're definitely like oddball. If you're a fan of Something Weird Video, these are from their archives, and there's definitely like a deep Something Weird vibe about these. Really like sweaty old white dudes at striptease clubs and smoking cigars, and they're wearing sunglasses indoors. There's a lot of weird, like Something Weird vibes with these, so I had fun with them. But if you're looking for like the really offbeat, super nuts kind of stuff, this isn't really it. But it does veer off of the like sexploitation vibes a little bit. They take us to like the sacrifice of a virgin, but of course we could never show you the actual sacrifice of the virgin. There's a voodoo ritual. There's artists who use women as canvases. So it's all very dated, but that's part of the fun of it. Like at least to me. Obviously, these have a lot of nudity in it. It's not graphic. Whenever there would be a bush on there, they've actually like scraped. It looks like they've actually scraped like the film, so it has like a really funny, well, I'm sure you've all seen the censoring done like that. And in Mondo Bizarro at the beginning too, they do it over the eyes of the girls in the dressing room. It makes everything really sleazy when you mark out somebody's eyes. Like I don't know why, it just makes it feel like that much dirtier. But anyway, so it's uncut, but it's also like self-censored because of the time, but you're seeing it as it was intended to be seen. There's a lot of toplessness in this one, but it's all like kind of cute and light and upbeat. Even the human trafficking scenes are played with humor, so I mean, as dark as that sounds, it's definitely the case. Both movies are presented with new 4K scans from the archival negatives from Something Weird. They look better than I ever imagined these movies would ever look, like light years beyond. Super clean, super sharp. These aren't always the kind of movies that you want super rich, pop off the screen, fine detail, but these have them. There's audio commentary tracks on each movie by Johnny Legend and Eric Caden, I'm sorry. They're kind of jokey tracks, but they're kind of riffing on the movies at times. But there's some decent information in there. There's also a pretty, I think like half an hour's worth of interview segments and a featurette that talk about the American Mondo movies and trailers. So it's a really solid disc. I mean, you get two movies, both of which have new 4K scans, look beautiful. You've got commentary tracks, an interview, a nice informative interview featurette, and trailers, all for one low price. I think it's a steal if you're a fan of bizarre movies and like, cult Mondo type stuff. I would definitely check it out. If you want to read my full write-up to the movies, you can go to markfusion.com. I did do individual reviews for the movies there, as well as tons of other Severin Films releases and other horror cult exploitation, all that kind of fun stuff. You can also find hundreds of reviews right here in my YouTube playlist. If you like these videos, make sure to drop a sub for me. I would really greatly appreciate it if I can actually say these things without tripping over without tripping over all my words. So thanks for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you soon. I'm going to go before I start messing up even more.